Hi everyone, it's Melanie from Wando Mount Pleasant Library. Thanks for joining me today for the Back to Basics series continuation that we're doing. Today we're going to be looking at organisational hacks, things that you can do around your house to help with the storage issues and things like that. On the cheap, you don't need to spend a lot of money on storage because you can use a lot of products that you probably have lying around the house anyway. So one of the first ones while we're sitting here, before we go on a tour of my house, one of the first ones that we're going to look at is if you have an empty box in your pantry and you don't have like a clip, or you can buy those chip clips, but if you don't want to spend the money but you want to make sure that the box is sealed properly so you don't get any little critters or anything climbing into the box. This is just an empty box here. This is popsicle, so I wouldn't be keeping this in my pantry anyway, but to give it a nice seal so that it doesn't just sit open like this and everything can go in, all you need to do is fold in the insides. So fold in all the insides, and then you're just going to make a little indentation or a little fold on the side like that. Do it on the other side as well, so that it's matching. So the box is half empty basically. Just pretend that there's stuff inside. Okay, so we've got the little folds, and then you pull out the bigger flap. That's out. And then you're just gonna tuck it. See if I can show you what it looks like. You're going to tuck it on the inside of the folded bit. So that's the folded bit. You're going to fold it in like that. It works, I promise. Keep folding. And it makes a nice closure. So things can't fall out, but also things can't get inside. It's a nice firm seal. And then next time you want to use it, you just open it up. Easy. So anyway, I love using empty boxes. They just come in so handy, and they're free basically because you were just going to throw them out anyway. Another good tip to use empty boxes for is for organising your drawers. So a lot of you might have seen things like this that you can buy at like different storage places, and you put them inside your drawer and you put all your knickknacks in there. You can get ones that are like compartmentalized as well for smaller items, but if you don't want to go out and buy these, you can make your own with empty boxes. So I've made some already, but basically all I did was I took an empty box, and here's another box, for example, boom chicka pop, and I measured the height of the drawer that I'm going to use them in, and then I just cut around and got rid of the excess top part that I don't want to use, which just left then the bottom of the box. And if you want, and you don't even need to do this, but it just kind of makes them look pretty, if you want to cover them, I covered this one in some nice marbled contact paper. Super easy just to cover it and make it look pretty. And here's another one too that I covered in like yellow paper. If you were going for a theme, or if it was like a kitchen drawer, you could do like kitchen related contact or paper. And then let's go into another room and I'll show you what you do with them and how you put them in the drawer. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll show you anyway. Alright, I told you it was pretty self-explanatory, but this is an empty drawer, and I've just popped the boxes in there. You can fill that whole drawer with different size boxes so that you've got a bunch of little compartments, and as you can see, it's great for putting like lipsticks and different makeup and other things that you might find in your bathroom. Simple, easy, and again using things that you probably have lying around at home anyway. Okay, so now we're in another room of the house. This is actually my husband's closet, and another quick tip or an organisational hack that I wanted to show you was when you are hanging things in your closet. Sometimes you only have a tiny little space, especially if you're in a dorm or a single bed apartment. You may not have a huge closet and you want to utilize as much of that space as possible. So another quick tip that I've used before is to get this is just the tab off a can of soft drink. And with your coat hangers, you just hook the tab over one, and then to maximize space, you hook a second coat hanger into the tab so that you are actually hanging things double, so that you're not taking up as much space, but you can use the space. Perhaps you have more space below but not as much width, then this can help utilize all that space, and then you can just hang them up. So that's a quick way of doing it, and you could use as many tabs as you want. I mean, you could put another one on the second one and keep going as far as you like. Another quick tip, so my husband actually hangs all his belts on one coat hanger, which works. It's a good way to store them, I suppose. Another quick organisational hack is if you have plastic shower rings, which are pretty cheap and inexpensive, just plastic shower rings, and you can hang them across one coat hanger, as many as you can fit, and then hang belts and scarves and handbags, purses, that sort of thing off of those individual shower rings, but all using just one coat hanger, so it, again, uses less space. So that's just another little storage tip. Okay, so again, in another room, now we're talking about laundry and folding laundry and maximizing space. Again, if you're in a dorm or a single bed apartment or somewhere small that you don't have a lot of storage space, if you fold your laundry a certain way, you can maximize the space available. So again, using my husband's clothing, don't tell him. T-shirts is a great one because you can fold them so that they pretty much look like a square, and they're very easy to put in drawers or on shelves, and they take up less space if you fold them like this. So for example, this is one that has been folded differently, and you can see how much bigger it is than the one that is folded like a square. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to do that. I'm just going to point the camera down so you can see. So let's unfold this one. Make some room. Okay, so I've unfolded it. Now we just grab one side and we fold it in so that you're kind of almost at the we call this neckline, about an inch from the neckline on the side. Fold it in, just make the sleeve flat like that, and then just do exactly the same thing on the other side. So basically the sleeves meet at the edge. Nice and clean. Smooth it all out, and then you just fold it up once, smooth it out. That's why t-shirt material is nice and soft, so it's easy to do it like that. And then you have a cute little square, and when you add them as a pile, they take up next to no room at all. So that's a quick way to fold your laundry and maximize your space. Okay, now we're in the kitchen. So another hack is to use command hooks on the insides of cupboards. So a lot of the time you'll put command hooks up on walls and doors and other places to hang things, obviously, which is what a hook is for. But a lot of people don't think to put them on the inside of cupboards. If you put them on the inside, then obviously you can't see them. So I've got these. These I just bought from, I don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond or something. And I've got these hanging, and they hang on the inside of the cupboard so you don't see them. And this is just for hanging kitchen towels and things like that on. Hang it on there, and then when you close the cupboard you can't see it, so I quite like those. If you can't get your hand on something like this, just a simple command hook, would work just as well. All you need to do is affix it to the door. I'm just going to pretend. And hang your kitchen towel on that. And then when you close it without shutting your hand in the door, you can't see it anymore. That kitchen towel is filthy, so don't judge me. That's going straight in the wash, don't worry. Okay, so still in the kitchen. If you've ever gone to get Chinese takeaway, they give you usually 5,000 chopsticks, even though there may only be 4 of you eating. And sometimes you've got loads left over. We have a whole drawer full of these. There's actually a use for them in your kitchen. So if you're in your going to your fridge and you have bowls of leftovers and you've covered the bowl with cling wrap, you can't stack anything on top of that bowl, because if you put something on the bowl, the cling wrap sinks into the food and it's nasty and disgusting. Trick, hack, organisational hack. Use your chopsticks that you got from your Chinese takeout. Let me point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. So this is a bowl. It's got leftovers from last night's dinner. Put the 2 chopsticks, just place them on top. So you just imagine it's covered with cling wrap underneath the chopsticks with the food inside. And then you can place the next bowl, this one, on top, and it balances and it doesn't sink into the bowl below, and you've got 2 bowls of leftovers to enjoy for the next day. Organisational hack. Okay, so the last organisational hack I actually stole from my daughter's bedroom, so don't tell her. I'll put it back, don't worry. Is for storing jewellery, in particular earrings. This is a cute little idea. I'm pretty sure she got off the internet somewhere, I'm not sure. But you can do it yourself at home. All you need is an embroidery hoop, which are pretty cheap. You can get them pretty cheap. So this is an embroidery hoop, and what she's done is she has found an old piece of lace. You can use really any kind of material that your earrings would be able to pierce through, and she's just put that lace inside the embroidery hoop, and she's glued it a little bit too so that it's not going to come loose. Made it really taut, and then she's hung all of her earrings on there. Oops, wrong way. Which is super cute. She can see where they all are. You don't have to go rummaging through a drawer. You don't have to buy an expensive jewellery tree or whatever they're called, earring trees, which they sell in the store. Just a cheap little hack with a little embroidery hoop and an old piece of lace. And you can see how easy it is. I keep going the wrong way. So cute. And she hangs hers on the wall, so it's there whenever she needs it. So that's just one little more organisational hack. So I hope you've liked them. I hope you use them. If you have others that you want to share with us, then drop us a line. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in. Bye.